Sucralose, aspartame, and acesulfame K were all found hiding inside some of the United Kingdom's most popular flavoured sparkling waters. Products marketed as clean hydration, natural refreshment, and healthy alternatives to fizzy drinks. But crack open the wrong bottle, and what you're really swallowing is artificial sweeteners linked to gut disruption, synthetic flavour compounds engineered in laboratories, and sodium levels high enough to interfere with blood pressure medication, all disguised as simple water with a hint of fruit. If this has been your go-to drink for 5, 10, 15 years, everything we found has been entering your body that entire time. Today we're breaking down 11 flavoured sparkling water brands that failed to deliver what the label promises, including several most people consider premium, plus the 2 brands that actually tested clean. Coming in at number 11, Vimto Sparkling Remix. You grew up with Vimto, your parents poured it for you as a kid. That purple cordial was a staple in British homes for decades. So when Vimto launched a sparkling water remix, millions reached for it without a second thought. Brand loyalty did all the selling. The ingredients did all the damage. Open a can of Vimto Sparkling Remix and look past the nostalgic branding. The ingredient list reads like a diet fizzy drink, not flavoured water. Acesulfame K, aspartame, and multiple artificial flavourings fill every sip. This product bears almost no resemblance to the original Vimto formulation your family trusted. It functions as a reformulated diet soft drink wearing a sparkling water costume. Pour it into a glass. Notice how the colour is deeper than any water should be. Smell it. That synthetic fruit punch sweetness hits before the liquid reaches your lips. That's not fruit. That's a chemical cocktail designed to trigger the same reward response as sugar, without any of the taste complexity real fruit provides. The sodium content is higher than most consumers expect from something marketed as water. For anyone managing cardiovascular health through careful diet, or families giving this to teenagers as a healthier alternative to cola, the combination of artificial sweeteners with elevated sodium creates a genuine risk to blood pressure regulation. The British Heart Foundation has repeatedly warned about hidden sodium in drinks people assume are harmless. Vimto Sparkling Remix is exactly the kind of product that slips past dietary vigilance because nostalgia does the thinking for you. You think you're drinking water with a splash of flavour. You're drinking a reformulated soft drink with a heritage logo. Decades of trust. Zero resemblance to the original. The name stayed the same. Everything inside changed. If a beloved heritage brand can disguise a diet drink as sparkling water, what are the budget brands hiding? At number 10, Perfectly Clear Sparkling. The name alone does the marketing. Perfectly clear. It sounds like purity. It sounds like simplicity. It costs next to nothing and sits on supermarket shelves looking clean, minimal, and trustworthy. Then you read the back of the bottle. Aspartame and acesulfame K appear in multiple varieties, 2 artificial sweeteners that have faced ongoing scrutiny from the European Food Safety Authority regarding long-term consumption effects. The EFSA conducted a full re-evaluation of aspartame in 2023, and consumer health groups across Europe continue raising concerns about cumulative exposure from daily consumption habits. Perfectly Clear doesn't taste like water, it tastes engineered. That overly sweet, slightly metallic finish that lingers on your tongue longer than any natural flavour would. That aftertaste is the signature of synthetic sweeteners, tricking your palate into believing something nutritious just happened. Nothing nutritious happened. Observational studies published in journals including Nature Medicine have linked regular artificial sweetener intake to altered gut microbiome composition. The bacteria in your digestive system change when exposed to these compounds daily over months and years. For people taking medication for hypertension or kidney function, or anyone relying on consistent nutrient absorption from their diet, a destabilized gut microbiome can undermine the very health goals they're working toward. Your pharmacist tells you to take your tablets with water. This isn't water, it's a delivery system for compounds your medication is trying to counterbalance. Perfectly Clear sells for under £1 in most shops. At that price, transparency is the first cost they cut. £1 a bottle. That's what your gut health is worth to this brand. You just saw what the budget brands are hiding. So surely spending more at a trusted supermarket gets you something better. Not even close. Number 9, Tesco Flavoured Sparkling Water. Britain's biggest supermarket sells millions of bottles of own-brand flavoured sparkling water every year. It sits in the chilled aisle next to genuinely clean products, borrowing their credibility through proximity alone. The price is right. The packaging is simple. The trust is automatic because it carries the Tesco name. Customers assume that a retailer this large, this scrutinised, this visible would never put something questionable on shelves under their own brand. But multiple varieties contain aspartame among other sweeteners. The flavourings used are synthetic compounds rather than anything derived from actual fruit. Tesco's product specifications offer limited transparency on ingredient sourcing, which should concern anyone who reads labels carefully. Crack open a bottle, the fizz hits your nose first, sharp and chemical. The flavour follows, thin and artificial, disappearing almost instantly because there's nothing real to sustain it. Compare that to biting into an actual lemon or squeezing real lime into sparkling water. The complexity isn't in the same conversation. For people with diabetes or pre-diabetic conditions who switch to flavoured water specifically to manage blood sugar, or families trying to reduce sugar intake across the household, regular artificial sweetener consumption may trigger insulin responses that undermine the exact dietary discipline they believe they're practicing. Research published in Cell and other peer-reviewed journals has documented this paradox extensively. You avoid sugar, you choose sweeteners, and your body responds as though sugar arrived anyway. The metabolism doesn't read labels, it reads chemistry. Millions sold, millions misled. The supermarket name on the label, the sweeteners hiding behind it. See the pattern forming? Budget brands cut corners, supermarket brands hide behind trust, heritage brands exploit nostalgia. So where does that leave the brands that market themselves as sophisticated and botanical? Let's find out. Number 8. Aqua Libra Sparkling Infused Water. The branding is gorgeous, botanical illustrations, words like infused and naturally flavoured printed in elegant fonts. Aqua Libra positions itself as the sparkling water for people who genuinely care about what they put in their bodies, the kind of product you'd find at a wellness event or a yoga studio reception desk. It costs more than supermarket brands because the packaging whispers premium with every detail. The clean image works beautifully. What's inside doesn't match. Despite the botanical promise, Aqua Libra relies on natural flavourings that are industrially processed extracts. The word natural on a UK food label doesn't mean what most consumers assume it does. Under current regulations, these flavourings can be manufactured in processing facilities, isolated through chemical extraction, and bear little resemblance to actual herbs or fruit by the time they reach your bottle. Consumer watchdog reviews have criticised the product for a taste profile that masks what is fundamentally an engineered beverage dressed in watercolour packaging. For anyone managing cholesterol through careful dietary choices, or people who specifically selected this brand because the natural label gave them confidence they were making a health-positive decision, the misleading presentation creates a dangerous false sense of security. That assurance leads to overconsumption. One bottle becomes 3. 3 becomes a daily habit built on marketing, not nutrition. Premium price, industrial product. The botanicals on the label are decoration. The liquid inside says otherwise. A lot of people switched to premium brands thinking they were avoiding everything we just talked about. They weren't. Number 7. Glaceau Smartwater Sparkling with Flavour. That sleek bottle. The minimalist design, the word smart right there in the name suggesting intelligence and purity in equal measure. Glaceau Smartwater uses vapor-distilled branding and laboratory-grade imagery to suggest purity beyond anything else on the shelf. It looks like water. Designed by scientists for optimum human performance. What scientists actually designed was a reconstructed mineral profile that may not align with what your body needs at all. The process starts by stripping water completely bare through vapor distillation. Then they add electrolytes back in, calcium chloride and magnesium chloride, creating an artificial mineral balance alongside natural flavourings. This is reverse-engineered water, built in a facility not sourced from a spring. It's the equivalent of demolishing a house and rebuilding it with entirely different materials while keeping the same address. For people with compromised kidney function or anyone taking potassium-sparing diuretics, the added electrolytes introduce variables that haven't been calibrated to individual health needs. Your kidneys regulate mineral balance with extraordinary precision honed over your entire lifetime. Adding uncalibrated calcium and magnesium disrupts that regulation without any medical oversight whatsoever. Taste it carefully. There's a slight mineral heaviness that natural spring water doesn't carry. That engineered quality sits differently on your palate because it was manufactured to a corporate formula. Smart branding. Artificial water. Unmonitored minerals entering your system with every sip. The bottle looks intelligent. The decision to drink it daily without understanding what's been added to the formula isn't smart at all. Think the Italian brands offer something more authentic? Think again. Number 6. San Pellegrino Essenza. The green bottle, the Italian heritage, the association with fine dining and European sophistication that spans over a century. San Pellegrino is one of the most recognized water brands on earth, and Essenza extends that prestige into flavored sparkling territory with 0 calories and elegant packaging that wouldn't look out of place on a white tablecloth at a Michelin restaurant. But elegance doesn't equal transparency. The flavorings in Essenza are not derived from whole fruit. They come from extracted essences and added flavor compounds that undergo significant industrial processing before reaching your bottle. The word essenza means essence in Italian. What it doesn't mean is actual fruit squeezed into your water. The mineral content includes higher sodium levels than many competitors in the flavored sparkling water category, a detail buried deep in the nutritional information most consumers never read. Pour a glass and hold it up to the light. The clarity looks pristine. The fizz is aggressive, sharper than unflavored San Pellegrino, and the flavor dissipates quickly because extracted essences lack the depth and complexity of actual fruit. For people on sodium-restricted diets or anyone with kidney concerns who drinks multiple bottles throughout the day as their primary hydration habit, the cumulative mineral load becomes counterproductive to the very health management their doctor prescribed. Your doctor told you to watch your sodium. San Pellegrino didn't tell you how much they added. You trusted the heritage. The heritage didn't protect you. Premium Italian branding on the outside, industrial flavor extraction on the inside. The restaurant table looks impressive. The ingredient list doesn't. If this helps you stay safer at the store, subscribe. It's free and it means you'll never miss these investigations. Number 5. Highland Spring Flavored Sparkling. Few water brands carry more consumer trust in Britain than Highland Spring. That Scottish origin story, the pristine Oshill Hills, the pure spring source protected by thousands of acres of certified organic land. It's the water brand people feel genuinely good about buying. The unflavoured version deserves that reputation completely. The flavoured variants betray it. The moment Highland Spring adds flavour, they introduce citric acid and natural flavourings that fundamentally alter the product from the pure spring water people associate with the brand. This is a modified beverage wearing the Highland Spring name like a disguise. Dental health organisations across the UK have specifically warned that flavoured sparkling waters with added citric acid accelerate enamel erosion far beyond what plain sparkling water causes. The British Dental Association has flagged this entire product category repeatedly over recent years. Sip it slowly, feel that sharp, tangy bite that plain sparkling water never delivers. That's the citric acid softening your enamel with every mouthful, working on your teeth in real time. For people already experiencing age-related dental deterioration, or anyone who sips flavoured sparkling water throughout the working day at their desk, regular consumption accelerates tooth sensitivity and decay in ways that become irreversible. Dental interventions for enamel damage are expensive, painful, and increasingly difficult as you age. The costs mount quietly while the damage compounds with every bottle. Highland Spring built a fortress of trust over decades. The flavoured range punches holes in every wall. The spring is pure, the flavoured version isn't. The next brand on this list was marketed as a health drink with added vitamins and antioxidants. What's actually inside tells a very different story. Number 4. Sparkling ice. Walk down any drinks aisle and sparkling ice screams at you from the shelf. Bright colours, bold fonts, claims of added vitamins and zero sugar plastered across every bottle in letters designed to be seen from across the store. It looks like a health product. It performs like a chemistry set. The product contains sucralose, synthetic colours, and added B vitamins in forms and doses that were never designed for therapeutic supplementation. These aren't vitamin levels calibrated by nutritionists for your specific health needs. They're marketing claims dressed in milligrams, just enough to print on the label but not enough to matter clinically. The colours alone should raise concerns. Synthetic dyes have faced increasing regulatory scrutiny across Europe, with some linked to behavioural effects in children and hypersensitivity reactions in adults. For people already taking B vitamin supplements as part of a managed health regime, or anyone on medications like metformin that affect B12 absorption, uncontrolled additional vitamin intake from a casual drink creates dangerous ambiguity in your blood work. Your doctor monitors your levels carefully. Sparkling ice dumps unregulated amounts into every bottle without knowing your medical history, your current levels, or your medication interactions. Crack one open. That aggressive artificial sweetness coats your mouth instantly. The colour is vivid in a way that nature never produces in a water product. This isn't flavoured water. It's a diet soft drink with vitamin marketing spray painted over the label. Zero sugar, zero transparency, maximum deception. The vitamins on the label are the bait. The sweeteners inside are the trap. Drop a comment if you've been drinking any of these brands thinking they were just water with a bit of flavour. Let's see how many of us have been fooled by the labels. This next one has a loyal following that swears by its environmental credentials. What the ingredient list reveals is a different story entirely. Number 3, Dash Water. Wonky fruit, ugly vegetables, food waste reduction. Dash Water has built an entire brand identity on environmental virtue, and the sustainability story is genuinely compelling. They use misshapen produce that would otherwise be discarded by supermarkets and farmers alike. The environmental mission is real and admirable. The hydration value is where things fall apart. Independent taste panels and consumer reviews have consistently noted that the actual fruit content in Dash Water is negligible to the point of being almost undetectable. You're paying a significant premium for carbonated water with trace flavour so faint it barely registers on the palate. Open a can and smell it. You might catch the faintest whisper of cucumber or lemon. You might catch nothing at all. The flavour, such as it is, vanishes before you can properly identify what fruit supposedly contributed to this experience. This is sparkling water with a distant memory of fruit, not a meaningful presence of it. While Dash Water is genuinely free from sweeteners and sugars, which sets it apart from most brands on this list, the premium pricing creates a different kind of problem altogether. For people on fixed incomes, carefully managing household budgets, or families trying to balance health-conscious purchases with practical everyday spending, diverting significant money toward a product that delivers virtually no nutritional benefit. Beyond plain tap water means less budget for genuinely nutritious foods and beverages that actually contribute vitamins and minerals to your diet. A multi-pack costs several times more than filling a reusable bottle with filtered tap water and adding an actual slice of real lemon. Good intentions, negligible delivery. The environmental story is admirable. The product inside is expensive air bubbles with a rumour of fruit. We're not done. The number 2 spot goes to a brand that most people have never questioned because it comes from one of the most recognised juice companies in British supermarkets. Number 2, Rubicon Spring Sparkling. Rubicon built its name on bold, tropical juice drinks: mango, passion fruit, guava. Flavours so vivid, they defined an entire generation of lunchbox drinks across the country. When Rubicon Spring appeared on shelves, consumers assumed they were getting that same real fruit experience in a lighter, sparkling, healthier format. That assumption is exactly what the marketing department counted on. The reality involves sucralose and acesulfame K, sitting alongside extremely small percentages of actual fruit juice. 2 artificial sweeteners doing the heavy lifting, while a trace amount of real juice provides the legal cover needed for tropical fruit imagery on the packaging. Taste it against actual fruit-infused water and the difference is immediate and undeniable. Rubicon Spring has that telltale artificial sweetness, the kind that peaks too quickly and lingers with a synthetic edge that doesn't belong in anything calling itself spring water. Real fruit flavour builds, shifts and fades naturally with complexity. Artificial sweeteners hit one note and hold it like a car alarm in a quiet street. For people on blood pressure medication or anyone who switched to this brand specifically to reduce their sugar intake, the combination of artificial sweeteners and sodium content works directly against every cardiovascular management goal their doctor set for them. You chose this product to be healthier. The ingredients chose a different direction entirely. The tropical fruit on the label is photography. The sweeteners inside are chemistry. Check your fridge right now, seriously, because the #1 brand is sitting in millions of British households, and it's the most misleading product on this entire list. Number 1. Volvic Touch of Fruit Sparkling. Volvic is volcanic, pure French, natural mineral water from the heart of the Auvergne region. That's the image burned into every British consumer's mind after decades of meticulous marketing. Touch of fruit sounds like someone gently waved a strawberry near the bottle and walked away. The reality is far less poetic and far more concerning. Several varieties contain added sugars and sweeteners, including sucralose. The touch of fruit amounts to flavorings rather than meaningful fruit content whatsoever. This is a product that has traded on Volvic's hard-earned reputation for volcanic purity while quietly loading bottles with the very ingredients health-conscious consumers are actively trying to eliminate from their diets. Open one. That sweetness is immediate and unmistakable. This isn't the subtle suggestion of fruit that the branding promises. It's a sweetener-driven flavor profile engineered to taste indulgent while hiding behind the most innocent word in food marketing: touch. For anyone managing blood sugar levels or living with type 2 diabetes, or families who give this to their children believing it's essentially water with a gentle hint of natural fruit, these hidden sweeteners create misleading confidence that actively undermines health management. You believe you're drinking water with a whisper of fruit. Your pancreas responds to what's actually in the bottle, not what the label implies. Volvic's volcanic purity stops completely at the unflavored range. The moment they add touch of fruit, they add deception. Touch of fruit, a fistful of sweeteners. That's the betrayal sitting in your fridge right now. The worst brand on this list proved that even the most trusted names in water will hide what matters most. But 2 brands prove it's still possible to drink clean, honest flavored sparkling water without compromise: Belvoir Farm Botanical Sodas. From a family farm in Lincolnshire, Belvoir Farm does something almost none of the 11 brands above can claim. They tell you exactly what's in the bottle, and what's in the bottle is actually worth drinking. Real pressed elderflower, real fruit juices, spring water, no artificial sweeteners, no synthetic colours, no preservatives. Every ingredient reads like something you'd find in a kitchen, not a chemistry laboratory. Open a bottle of their elderflower pressé. The aroma rises immediately, floral and genuine, unmistakably real elderflower rather than a lab-created approximation. The flavour has depth and character that develops on your palate, shifts as the carbonation lifts it, and finishes cleanly without that synthetic aftertaste haunting every brand we exposed today. This is what flavoured sparkling water is supposed to taste like when real ingredients do the work. The sourcing is fully transparent with a complete audit trail from ingredient to bottle. Their products carry clean labels verified against UK Food Standards Agency requirements. When they say elderflower, they mean elderflower they actually pressed on their own farm. When they say fruit juice, they mean juice squeezed from real fruit. For anyone managing blood sugar, there are no hidden sweeteners creating phantom insulin responses. For people watching sodium intake, no excess minerals complicate the equation. For anyone who simply wants to know what they're drinking, the answer is printed honestly on every bottle. Belvoir Farm cost a little more than the budget brands. That difference reflects real ingredients, genuine sourcing, and a company that refuses to treat your trust as something to exploit. What's the worst flavoured sparkling water you've ever tasted? Drop it in the comments below. Marks & Spencer Sparkling Flavoured Water. The no added sugar range. Not everyone wants botanical sodas. Some people just want simple, clean, flavoured sparkling water they can grab from the chilled aisle without reading every ingredient 3 times or worrying about hidden sweeteners undermining their health. Marks & Spencer delivers exactly that. Their no added sugar sparkling flavoured waters use a short, transparent ingredient list. Natural flavourings without artificial sweeteners, without synthetic colours, without preservatives in their core range. While natural flavourings are still processed ingredients, the critical difference is what's absent from the formula. no aspartame, no sucralose, no acesulfame, K, none of the artificial sweeteners that dominated nearly every brand on today's avoid list. That absence alone puts this product in a different category entirely. Marks & Spencer subjects its own brand products to rigorous internal quality standards that frequently exceed FSA minimums. Their reformulation program has consistently moved toward reducing unnecessary additives across their entire food and drink range. This isn't a single product decision made for marketing. It's a company-wide philosophy. Taste the difference yourself. The flavor is lighter, less aggressive, more honest than the artificially sweetened alternatives. It doesn't coat your mouth or linger unnaturally on your palate. It tastes like what it claims to be, sparkling water with a gentle flavor and nothing hiding behind it. For people taking daily medication for blood pressure, diabetes, or kidney health, or families looking for a safe everyday drink for the whole household, the absence of problematic additives makes this a genuinely reliable choice. You don't need to overthink. Clean label, clean taste. No betrayal hiding in the fine print. 11 brands exposed, 11 bottles of deception. Your next sip deserves honesty. Subscribe now, and if you're watching on TV, tap your remote so you never get blindsided again.